Okay, now we've caught up with Jason Morgan, Remnant columnist. Jason, well, a columnist for many different magazines, including ours at the Remnant. Jason is the reason that we're here in Tokyo today, because he had a conference. He invited us to speak and to attend this wonderful pro-life march. Jason, this march is really exciting. I can see that it's small, but it's alive and well, isn't it?
It's alive and well. And when we first started, I came here probably 5 years ago to the second one, and we had a couple dozen people. And last year, I think we had more than 300 people to the march, and it's just growing exponentially year by year. It's the grace of God.
It's fantastic, because when you think about it, Tokyo is the largest city in the world,
as far as I know,
population-wise. Yeah. So the optimism, the spirit of positive optimism here, that they're going to go up against, largely pro-abortion or just not interested in the life issue at all, city, to come out like this anyway and just say, no, we're going to demonstrate for life. It's pretty exciting.
It's exciting. It also, in my own research, I found that it's related to a lot of dark history before and after the war, a lot of attempts to control the population. Margaret Sanger came to Japan several times and influenced the eugenics movement here, and the abortion mentality, contraception mentality. A lot of it is connected with the U.S. And then after the war as well, the occupation army, a lot of this was the abortion capital of the world in the 1950s.
Wow.
It was one of the first countries to legalize abortion, had a eugenics law. And a lot of that is wrapped up with some pretty dark history. So as we go forward, we also look back and we try to redeem the time, as it were, and try to bring a culture of life. The country isn't hostile to abortion. It's not like the U.S. They don't play with words. They don't say it's not a baby. They don't call it different terms. I think there's a lot of potential in Japan for the pro-life movement. But we're here, and you can see a lot of people are from other countries. It's maybe half and half, maybe more.
It's really exciting. I mean, you've become, in my opinion, you've got a lot to say about Japan. You've lived here for 20 years?
Off and on for 20. I've been here about 8 or 9 years in total, I guess. Yeah.
So, I mean, you had the conference yesterday on the French Revolution. I think that all of you here, you and your colleagues, are fairly optimistic in a Catholic sense that although, humanly speaking, it seems pretty hopeless here, but you all seem very optimistic that there is a receptiveness on the part of the Japanese people, almost in an innate sense, that makes this not at all a futile effort. I mean, you seem pretty fired up.
Not at all. There's a friend of mine, colleague of mine, Kevin Doak. He researches a man named Tanaka Kotaro. Tanaka Kotaro converted to Protestantism first, back in the 20s, I think, and then to Catholicism. And he became a Supreme Court justice in Japan. He was a professor at Tokyo Law, and went on to be on the, I think, International Criminal Court, one of the world courts. And he was just natural law right down the line, and so much of it fits with what you find in Japan. We're optimistic. This is a good place.
That's great. You were kind enough to invite me yesterday to one of the few traditional Latin masses here in Tokyo, which I, again, found so exciting. But even that seems to be, I saw a lot of young families and children. Even that seems to be, although small, a very seriously burning spark of traditional Catholicism here.
People are on fire here. It's fantastic. I mean, I came here and I was converted. I mean, it's been, for me, it's the people here. In your talk yesterday, you talked about the folks who kept the faith for 250 years without priests. That's inspiring. I came here and I got a little bit of that spark, and the people on fire here. It's fantastic.
That's great. Jason, thank you so much. I know you got to jump on this column here and march through the streets, but thanks for having us to Japan, and keep up the great work that your team is doing.
God bless the Remnant. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
Thanks, Jason.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right.